Golly. This is probably going to be really dumb, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to miss that, huh? Tesla, go over there. All right, just pick it up and be a man, Andy. Jeez. Ah, perfect. 154 degrees. It's entirely too much. I just need to get a grain father. Right, Amanda? $1,500 and grain father would be great. Okay. Anyway, so we're a little light on our water here. Just jam another gallon or so in. All right, well, welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a minute. I'm trying to get some things figured out around the house, doing some house projects, so I just haven't had time to brew lately. But here I am back again, and back with a Munich Dunkel. I've kind of tried to make it like the Casey Beer Co. Dunkel as much as possible, but I don't really know what goes into it, so kind of taking a stab in the dark, and I'm sure we'll get something that's kind of like it and very drinkable. So I'm pretty excited to have a Dunkel on tap, one of my favorite beer styles. So it should be pretty cool when we get it all done. So I'm just going to go through the recipe really quick. It is a Munich Dunkel, so we have Weyermann Munich 1, 10 pounds of that, 1 pound of Carahel, and then some Carafa 1, just 4 ounces of that to get a little bit of color in there. Then we're doing a 1 ounce addition of Tettnanger at 60 minutes, and then another ounce at 45 minutes, and that'll take care of all of our hops. And then we will be pressure fermenting this at 12 psi for about 2 weeks with the W3470 soft lager. Mashing in at 152 today, so we're gonna go for that medium fermentability. Mash in for 60 minutes, then we'll do a 60-minute boil. Here all of our water's getting heated up. Do this at your own discretion. I'm running a propane burner in my basement. I don't know that that's good or bad. Probably not great, but I have a window open and propane burns pretty clean, so it's just faster to heat up 8 gallons of water on a propane burner than it is in the Anvil Foundry. So anyway, that's what we're doing. So we'll get going here, and yeah, let's do it. Loki dokie. Let's get the malt pipe up in there. So calcium chloride, we'll pronounce that malty flavor. So we'll do about 1 gram. Okay, we got a little bit more than 1 gram. That's okay. Pop that in there, and Campden tablet, I just put it on my spoon. Crush it. And this will get rid of the chlorine in the water. All right, so I'm deciding to just put the grains in because I think might as well just put the grains in, then check the pH, because the grains will change the pH too. That makes more sense. I don't know why I've always taken multiple pH readings. Anyway, grain time. Get it in there. Like to stir to the bottom, make sure we don't have any weird dough balls. What is that? You see that? There's something green. Is that grass? Maybe that's a stem. I don't know. I did wash my equipment outside, so it might be grass. I don't know. It's okay. A little bit of grass didn't hurt nobody. All right. Good to the last drop. There it is, like an A1 sauce. All right, so just we'll stir around till we make sure that we, son of a biscuit. I didn't take the sparge water out. That's fine. I mean, really, that's okay. What in the... That has to be from the grain. That's a second one. Well, there's that. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the recirc. And that is absolutely spewing. That's not good. Fudge. Way too much. Oh, goodness. Come on, come back down. Bring it down. I should put a ball valve on this. That's what I should. Yeah. Okay, that looks better. So now I can take the pH reading. We'll just wait on that for a second. All right, I think our pH is fine. We're really yellow, so that means we're in the 4.6 to 5 range. So I'm not going to add any lactic acid. So we should be good to go for an hour at 152, and we'll come back and then go to a boil.
1 hour later.
All right, so here we are. 60-minute. What just happened? Anyway, all right, 60-minute mash. We are going to check our gravity. Get my refractometer here. Don't know where my pipette went, but that's okay. It's gonna be hot. Probably shouldn't touch it, but I'm gonna. And right on, there we go. And we are looking at about 13 bricks, which according to my notes should be just about right. Right there. That's perfect. Well, drop the refractometer in the sink there. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this over to the kettle here. All right, so we've got our kettle all filled up. I'm just gonna go put it on the burner. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this up. Put that in there. Open the valve. There we go. Now I've just put my alt pipe into a 5-gallon bucket, or it's like a 6.5 gallon fermentation bucket, to drain out the rest of the way, and we'll pour whatever comes out of there back into the kettle. So while this is heating up, I'll take a second to show you what I've been working on outside of beer. Still beer related, but some custom tap handles. This one's a ash with a copper inlay, which I think is pretty cool. This is like one of the first things I did, so I thought that was pretty nice. And then a sycamore tap handle, which came out pretty cool. I figured I'd put like a grip on it, so I did some bumps in it to fit your fingers. It's got some pretty cool spalting going on in it. And then I also did like an ink transfer one to get a logo on there. I did a Tank 7 clone, and I wanted a Tank 7 tap handle, so went ahead and made that. If you guys want to see how to make these, just let me know in the comments. See that color in there? Just about perfect. Go ahead and put our hop spider in. All right, we've got a little bit more out of the grain pipe there, so pour that on in. Golly, man, they're proud of their packaging. Get some tin snips, get this open. Oh, that looks like a boil. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that was too much. We'll have to start the fire again. That's fine. I'm just gonna pop those in there real quick. All right, so that's 1 ounce of Tettnanger at 60 minutes. Gosh darn, gotta start her back up. Okay, so we'll just boil for another 15 minutes, and then we'll put in another ounce of Tettnanger, and then that's it. And then we just boil it out. At 15, we'll put in a Werflock tablet and cooling coil, and then we'll try to get it as cool as we can. The range on the sap lager, I believe, is max is like 70. I'll grab it. Oh wow, no. Temperature range ideally 12 to 18 C or 53 to 40 or 53 to 64 F. So that in mind, yeah, I don't know how cool we're gonna be able to get this. I mean, it's summertime here, so groundwater is not quite that cool. But let's see what we can do. We're doing a pressure ferment, so it should be okay at 70 or so. So I'm not too worried about it, but I'm gonna try to get it down as cold as I possibly can before we throw that yeast in. All right, so it's been another 15 minutes, and we'll just dump those in there. And all right, so we'll be back in about 40 minutes. So we'll go ahead and add our cooling coil here. And then now we're all cooled down to about 66 degrees. And I will just sanitize the auto siphon. Get that in there. And we'll start the transfer. And while it's transferring, I'm going to do some cleaning up. We all know that part of brewing is being a professional janitor. That's what we want. Top on. Shake it to get some oxygen in there.
Say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. You see it? Hi, camera.
And then we will go ahead and top it off with CO2. Well, that didn't work, so put the spunding valve on carefully and set our pressure to about 12 psi. And then I went and got a little jacket for it. Keep the light out, not necessarily to keep it warm, but just want to keep the sunlight out. And there it'll sit for 2 weeks. Alright, so here we are with our Dunkel. Now, a Dunkel is a dark German lager, and that's what I think we came up with here. This is a Munich Dunkel because the grain bill consists of mostly Munich malt. Then we used Tettnanger, which is a German noble hop, and then actually used lager yeast, but we did pressure ferment it. So we didn't lager it necessarily. But the pressure fermentation allows for a yeast that should perform at a lower temperature to perform at a higher temperature and still give us a nice clean fermentation profile. So that's what happened here. This is, you can taste all the malt, and I mean, there's only 2 ounces of hop in this, and it's a very low alpha acid hop. I believe my Tettnanger was actually like 3% instead of 5%. So there's basically no hop flavor to it, but that's all right. This is supposed to be malty. So it's very malty. It's got a good caramel flavor to it. Has a really good amber color to it, and it's very clear. So I think we hit the mark on this. When it was fermenting, I tasted it straight out of the conical, and it tasted a little smoky. Not sure why that is. I mean, it's probably the Carafa. I put 4 ounces of Carafa in it to get it a little darker. But that smokiness came out of it. So I think it's very good. I will probably make this again. The only thing I can't figure out is why the head won't stay on top. It is very well carbonated. If we give it a spin here, you can see that there's carbonation in it, but the head does not stay on top, and I don't know why. But that's all right. It's delicious. So there we are, Munich Dunkel. Thanks for watching. So I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's a subscribe button, like down in this area somewhere. It's probably here. Yeah, it's hard to do while I'm videoing myself, but I think it's here. So if you guys enjoy this content, please, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments, if you've done this kind of beer, if you like this kind of beer, or if you're new to beer. If you're new to beer, ask me a question and I'll try to answer it. Anyway, that's all for now.